I think it was decent.
I think it was
Decent performance in the
decent
second
performance
half.
in the
I
second
still
half.
don't think
I
it was
still don't think it was a
overly
overly
fantastic
fantastic
one-way traffic.
one-way traffic.
Crystal Palace put up
Crystal Palace
played their game.
played their game.
I shit myself a
I
bit
shit myself a
when they
bit
scored.
when they scored.
Um,
Um,
and I
and
thought, like,
I
I
thought,
don't
like,
see
I don't
United.
see
Where's this
United.
second
Where's
goal
this
going to
second
come
goal
from?
going to come
But
from?
thankfully it
But
was
thankfully it
offside,
was
and
offside, and
I just thought it was a
I
good
just thought it was a good
workmanlike team
workmanlike
effort, man.
team effort, man.
They got
Yeah,
through.
they
They got
got
what they
through.
had
They
to
got
get.
what they had to
3 points.
get. Three
That's all that
points. That's
matters.
all that matters.
I thought.
I thought
Ross, you got echo
Ross, you
going
got
on.
echo going on.
Yeah, so I just thought it was a good, get in, get out. That's it. Job done on a Sunday. Yeah, he did. Bit like a massive calming influence in there. I think experience in that midfield is essential for the Premier League. He made some dogged tackles, just got his body in the way when he needed to be. Just be a bit of a general pain in the arse in there, which Scott weren't doing. So I think that meant that midfield of Palace sort of like bullied Scott out of the game a bit in the first half. But they couldn't really do that to Matic because the experience he brings to the team, and I think I don't think it was vintage. I don't think there's anything to write home about um, as a team, but I think there were certain individual performances there that stood out from the rest.
Yeah, 100%. Marcus, they actually no, they can hear me. They couldn't hear me before, but I've sorted that. Um, yeah, mate, I totally agree. It was just one of them. There's a lot. We could pick apart everyone's performance because there was some really poor ones, but I think it's just best not to dwell on it. Best to write it off as just a bad game for us that we've sorted out. I appreciate the comments helping me out with my technical mishaps at the start. That won't happen on the next one from me. Just a learning curve getting this set up. But Wan-Bissaka, I'm going to speak about him because it's just not for one night for me.
Yeah.
I think it's not a huge, big issue. I just think he's going through quite a big dip in form, which happens with every player.
Okay.
But it's getting to the point for me where I'm like, well, hang on. Do we persevere with this guy or do we drop him? Because I don't mind. I know we've got a lot of injuries, but I don't mind dropping players just to give them a little kick up the backside. I don't think we should be playing out of form players anymore. I think we're past that. That's my thoughts. I love him. I think he's future gold for Man United. I just think when players are out of form, drop them. Our squad's big enough. I think.
I totally agree with you, mate. I saw it against Aston Villa.
Yeah, I remember you saying it actually.
Yeah, he was getting caught under the ball an awful lot. The balls were heading towards him from the crosses, and it looked to me in the first half, Crystal Palace had the same game plan.
Yeah.
The balls were going to the back post. He was getting outnumbered down there, which Mason should be getting back as well. So that's not entirely his fault.
No.
But this is the second game in what, a week?
Yeah.
And it's a very similar performance. I mean, it says a lot to me, mate, when Crystal Palace leave him out on that right hand side on his own.
Yeah.
They're not worried about him at all.
Not at all.
He didn't get many crosses in. His passing was off. He wasn't beating his man tonight, heading to that byline. Yeah, I think we'll probably see him drop for Sunday.
Yeah. Well, it all depends on fitness of players, I suppose, because we've got obviously we've got Dalot as backup, but I don't know what Shaw and assuming Williams is going to be back. I haven't really heard anything about Shaw's injury, but just from tonight, Marcus,
Just an ankle apparently.
Just going to go through the comments because we've had. Actually, no, I'm going to go through these comments after I hear from you. I'd like to know who your man of the match was.
Do you know what? I was weighing it up between two people. De Gea, for me, was an absolute fucking rock, mate.
Yeah.
When he's in that kind of form, he's undroppable.
Yeah.
But there was a guy out there on that pitch today, mate, that would run his fucking legs off and worked. He got his money, mate, tonight for me, and that was Pogba.
Really?
Yeah, I thought he played fantastically well in the first half. He played simple things well. He sat too deep to influence the game
Just
from an
messaging.
attacking point.
I'm just messaging Bance to make sure he tunes into this.
I thought he was too deep in the first half to to influence the game in an attacking point of view. And I thought the amount of possession he was getting, we needed that for Bruno.
Yeah.
Because nothing was working in that first half. And in the second half, Bruno got on the ball a lot more. But Pogba was just making those 10, 15, 20-yard passes that
Yeah.
ticked. He played it forward. Instead of playing it back like he was in the first half or to the side, he was playing forward because Bruno was a bit more forward, helping out the front three. I thought, I really thought as soon as Matic came on, mate, he just looked back to his normal self. He was allowed to express himself more. He went searching for the ball. He was tackling. He was tracking back. I thought he was fantastic tonight. Absolutely fantastic.
Bance is here. There was a few. There was a few different ones in the comments. A lot of people saying Martial because of the goal. A lot of De Hayes as well, but I'm gonna go with Rashford. You know,
Yeah.
I've been on Rashford's back since the start of this reboot of the Premier League because I thought his performances were just shite the first 3 games, to be honest. But he kept getting assists, he kept stat padding, doing well. But tonight, his little through balls, his little passes, everything he did was just executed well. And I think he was involved in both goals. Obviously, the first one he scored, got an assist. I just thought he was phenomenal today, and I'm just happy. I'm happy to see Rashford and Martial playing so good together. I'm not really going to speak too much about Greenwood, if I'm being honest, because he's had a little dip in form the last 2 games, but he's fucking 18. It's going to happen, isn't it, mate? Mm. You know what I mean? Like 18-year-olds their form's gonna spike, and you don't get the consistency until you're in your 20s. Fosu Mensah though, mate.
I thought he was actually pretty solid, to be honest. Left back's not his position, and I think his performance tonight is. I think that's maybe a case for dropping Wan-Bissaka for Sunday, because I think Fosu Mensah right back in a natural position will be a lot better, a lot more calmer, a lot more stable than what he was tonight. There were a couple of mistakes, but nothing major. But I think if Wan-Bissaka gets dropped on Sunday, I think Fosu Mensah is a shoo-in at right back, especially if Luke Shaw or Brandon's back.
Yeah, 100%. I do. I just to go back. I do 100% agree with dropping Wan-Bissaka. I just think he's out of form. I think he looks exhausted. If I'm being honest, he's played a lot of minutes, and I just think some time out of the team. We've got plenty of players. It's not so much of a drop. It's more of a just taking him out for a little bit. He seems a little bit behind the pace. And when you've got William, Shaw, Dalot, Fosu, you haven't got to keep playing these players that are not 100% in form. I agree with you, Marcus, man. Fosu was really decent today. Really decent.
Yeah, when you think, right, when was the last time he played for United?
Well,
especially 90 minutes as well.
The commentator said that he's played for Crystal Palace. The last time he played football was for Palace, which is like
2017.
That's just bananas. And to put in a 90-minute display today, I thought was a real credit to the man. And I actually think it may show. So I was always a bit confused, Marcus, with Ollie bringing off Wan-Bissaka for Brandon Williams a couple of times. I'm thinking, well, what's his plan here then? And I wonder if he's actually in the back of his mind kept Fosu Mensah like he played him today. That he's looking at that left back, right back position, going, well, I've got Williams and Fosu as the cover. Yeah. Seems alright to me. And then you've almost got like, I'd say keep Dalot. Honestly, if he's happy sitting on our bench, I think he's perfect because you've got left back and right back cover, and then you've got one player as a third choice that could just do both.
You ain't gonna have 3 defenders on a bench, though, are you?
No, so he probably won't. He just sit at home.
And no one's even mentioned Twanzebe yet either.
No, Twanzebe.
So,
yeah.
It's going to be an interesting situation when the transfer window opens.
100%.
I think you'll go, mate. To be honest, I think when everyone's fit, I would rather see a Fosu or a Twanzebe on the bench than a Delo.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm one of those people that I want to see the youth. If they're not going to make it in the first 11, give them the experience on the bench. Travel with the squad and all that. And you got a guy there. You got a young lad there in Delo who's he's probably worth 20 million.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. I'd cash in, mate, to be honest, if you got them 2 on the bench there.
Cash him in.
Yeah.
So, to summarise, because I did need to keep it quite a quick one today, Marcus thinks the De Gea / Pogba man of the match today, which I'm surprised about the Pogba thing, but I'm happy to see it. I'm so happy to see it. The thing about Pogba Fernandes for me, just to quickly interrupt again, is they both lost the ball like 100 times today, but it's trying to make a forward pass, and I am never going to get upset, pissed off with any player fucking up a forward pass. You fuck up a backwards pass, I'm livid. But forward passes, keep them coming, because that's how we get the goals, and that's how we score against shit twats that sit 10 men behind the ball. Because we'd never have scored in that game a year ago. But
I think if that was under Mourinho, mate, I think that's a 0-0 or a 1-0 loss.
100%, mate. Absolutely, that's the comment of the night. That is so true, so fucking true. But yeah, he's got players that are not scared to make forward passes, because you know that Pogba can lose the ball 10 times, and Ollie's not going to go on the touchline and go, Pogba, what the fuck are you doing? He's going to say, keep going, you'll get there. It's going to happen. I love this team. I love this manager. I love Man United at the minute. Wasn't the greatest today. It was good to watch. Marcus, I'm going to say he said Pogba's man of the match because I love it.
Yeah.
I'm going with Rashford, but overall, solid performance, 2-0, and we've got West Ham on the weekend.
It's Chelsea Sunday, West Ham Wednesday, Leicester at the weekend, next weekend.
Sorry, Chelsea's fucking FA Cup.
Yeah, FA Cup.
Okay. So our next Premier League game's West Ham. I mean, we all know them Cockney fuckers are just gonna.
That's at Old Trafford, isn't it? That one.
Bend over for us. I think so. Yeah, 100%.
Then Leicester's away, isn't it? So.
Yeah. I want this all sewn up for we play Leicester, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. But hey ho. I'm gonna end it there, guys. Great game. Sorry, it's a short stream. It's my fault, not Marcus's. And me and Marcus are going to do a watch-along together soon. It's in the pipeline. I can't wait for it. Alright, see you later, guys.
Later.